have something they really want.
The Gray Man is a Netflix production based on Mark Greaney's novel, and it's directed by brothers Joe and Anthony Russo. They created 4 hugely successful Marvel films: Captain America the Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. Chris Evans, who gets to play the psychotic villain Lloyd Hansen in The Gray Man, clearly enjoys working with the brothers. Lloyd leads the hunt for Court Gentry, Gosling's CIA Black Ops mercenary. The key selling point of The Gray Man is its ensemble. In the spy thriller, Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans star as Sierra Six and Lloyd Hansen. Ana de Armas, Knives Out, as Danny Miranda, and Regé-Jean Page, Bridgerton, as Carmichael are among the familiar and new famous faces in the cast. The blockbuster is said to have a $200 million budget and is widely regarded as Netflix's most expensive original film today. Until now, we'd only seen brief glimpses of the film up until now. This 2-minute preview offers the best glimpse of how the film's massive production budget was spent. Speaking of the movie's remarkable cast, we can safely assume that a sizable portion of the budget was spent on paying its A-list stars. After all, a film starring Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, and Ana de Armas isn't cheap. Furthermore, Netflix seems to be no stranger to paying large sums for a trio of leading stars. Just look at last year's Red Notice, which starred Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot. The Gray Man follows Court Gentry, aka Sierra Six, Ryan Gosling, a CIA mercenary who unintentionally discovers the agency's dark secrets. His findings make him a target, and there's almost nowhere he can go to escape the League of International Assassins hunting him, including the sinister Lloyd Hansen, Chris Evans. Greaney has so far authored 11 Gray Man books, with another due out in 2023. It's clearly sufficient to survive a long-running film franchise. However, whether or not a sequel is approved by Netflix will be determined by how well the film performs in theaters and on the streaming platform. If, like Red Notice, it breaks viewership records, it may justify the Gray Man's expensive production and make a film franchise worthwhile. Ryan Gosling hasn't appeared in a film since 2018's First Man, but that's about to change dramatically. Gosling recently discussed his character, saying that his sense of humor only matches his artistry. We tried to set it up so that he was at a disadvantage in almost every scene, and it becomes about watching him use whatever is available to him to gain leverage, he explained. What he consistently employs is a sense of humor. It's a means of survival. If he can find something amusing in the absurdity of the situation, he can distance himself from the danger. While Netflix has had enormous success in the television space and has published widely praised films that have been nominated for Oscars, one achievement that continues to elude them is attempting to create a true blockbuster. In January 2011, James Gray was set to direct a script written by Adam Kozad, and the production was already arranged at New Regency. Brad Pitt was initially cast as the lead, but by October 2015, he and Gray had dropped out of the project. Charlize Theron has agreed to act in a gender-swapped version of the picture, with Anthony and Joe Russo penning the screenplay. There was no additional news until July 2020, when the Russo brothers were revealed as the film's directors. Filming was scheduled to begin on January 18, 2021 in Long Beach, California, which was postponed until March 1st. After the first month of filming, Page completed his job. It was shot in Europe in the spring, featuring locales such as Prague, Czech Republic, and the Chateau de Chantilly, France. The Gray Man features explosions, bullets, car crashes, fireworks, and snark. We're great fans of the spy genre, says co-director Anthony Russo, and we're always searching for ways to tweak it, supercharge it, or push it into regions that feel innovative. At the heart of this novel was a fantastic concept. It's not just about being a spy, but about being the most extreme form of one where you have to disguise your own identity and yourself. Court Gentry, played by Ryan Gosling, is seen fighting some jacked up thugs as he makes his way up a flight of stairs. Soon after, he slaughters a handful of the men. Chris Evans' villain, Lloyd Hansen, appears and fights Gentry valiantly. Gentry detonates an explosive to escape Lloyd's stronghold, forcing the two to flee. Later, Ana de Armas appears behind Lloyd and saves Gentry by releasing a tranquilizer that immediately puts the evil guy to sleep. Though Armas, who plays Danny Miranda, is clearly not a friend of Gentry's as she threatens him with her gun. The Gray Man is CIA operative Courtney Gentry, Ryan Gosling, also known as Sierra Six. Gentry was previously a highly skilled agency-sanctioned merchant of death, snatched from a federal prison and employed by his handler Donald Fitzroy, Billy Bob Thornton. But now the tables have turned, and 6 is the hunted being pursued by Lloyd Hansen, Chris Evans, a former CIA colleague who will go to any length to eliminate him. Danny Miranda, Ana de Armas, is on his side. He'll require it. Gosling, on the other hand, is peering right into her hearts. His character is referred to as the Uncatchable, whereas Evans' character is referred to as the Unstoppable. On the other hand, de Armas' character is dubbed the Untraceable. Danush, an Indian actor, posted a picture of his persona on Instagram. His character was described as a lethal force. It's also the first time Gentry, a private assassin and former CIA operative, appears in the novel. Now we'll look at some details relating to this cast. Ryan Gosling is a Canadian actor who's 41 years old. In 2004, Gosling rose to prominence after starring in the successful and profitable romance The Notebook. Christopher Robert Evans, who's 40, is an actor from the United States. He became popular after playing Steve Rogers, Captain America, in multiple Marvel Cinematic Universe films. Regé-Jean Page is best known for his lead role in the Netflix historical drama Bridgerton in the first season. Ana Celia de Armas Caso is a Spanish-born Cuban actress. She rose to prominence after appearing as a holographic AI projection in the science fiction film Blade Runner 2049. All the cast in this movie are very famous, and that's one of the reasons why this movie is a high-budget movie.